Hello everyone, this is Aaron Darko here, and welcome to this call. And right now it's about 9 p.m. EST, and we're just about to get started here. And before I get into what I'm going to be talking about today and sharing with you, I want to check if everyone can hear me all right. If you just type in yes in the questions box. Okay, so everyone can hear me perfectly. Okay, so what I have for you today is a demonstration from a guy called Mr. X. And Mr. X actually goes and makes $30,000 to $50,000 every single month using this secret software he has, okay? And he works less than 8 minutes a day. Okay? Less than 8 minutes a day, and he makes up to $30,000 to $50,000, somewhere in between there every month. Okay, some months it's about 37, some months it's 47, whatever, but it's in that region. Okay, and he's going to be demonstrating to you exactly how he does this, so you can obviously go and copy that for yourself. Okay, now I've actually had to twist his arm to get on the call because this guy is just underground marketer making the money, and he doesn't actually do any of these calls. So for me to get him on here, I've had to convince him, like solidly convince him to get on this call. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to open up the call and let him get on here and show you exactly how he goes and makes $30,000 to $50,000 every single month using this secret software that no one else has, by the way, just him. Okay, and he works, remember, less than 8 minutes a day. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to introduce Mr. X.
Very, 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 very good. Okay. So, for those of you who don't know, my name is Greg Jacobs, better known, I guess, for as Mr. X. And what I'm here to do today is I'm here to go demonstrate my software for you, which you can go see up here on screen. It's called Mage Monster. Okay. Now, before I go and tell you a little bit about Mage Monster, let me tell you that this is a software that both myself and my current clients go and use to go make significant amounts of money. Aaron already touched on a little bit about the type of money that we're making with that, but before we go ahead and get into the demonstration, has anybody here been on a webinar before? Let me just kind of get an idea where we are. Just if you've been on a webinar before, yeah. So what's happened? The people that have been on webinars before, what's happened on those webinars? Give me a little bit of a summary of what generally happens on those webinars that you guys have been on, just so I can get an idea where we're all standing and what some of your expectations are. Okay. Here's a good explanation from Stephen. Okay. Usually it's a guy who doesn't really tell you who he is and shows you a bunch of screenshots and some weird software that you don't understand, and then offers it to you at a limited amount with a no refund policy, and then disappears after he has all your money. Okay, is that typically what you guys see in most webinars? Is some guy you're not quite sure who he is. He usually just tells you his first name. And then they don't really tell you what the software does, but they go and promise you lots of money. They might even like guarantee that you'll make you money or something. Okay, these are I guess an infection on the industry. I know these calls because they're going around and it's going all over the place. This is run by a small group of people. There's about 2 or 3 guys that run these calls, and they use actors, and they sell the same software, and they change their names. And they're not they're not actually real softwares. They're just made to essentially go and pump and dump and go and try to sell you something really quick and hope you don't ask for a refund. And they don't even use the software themselves. Okay, so that is typically what you're going to get when you go to a typical webinar. And sadly, I've been doing this. I've been demonstrating and selling this software for about 2 or 3 years now, since November 2009. My name's Greg Jacobs. You can go look on Google for me and go Google Mage, WP Mage, Mage Monster, whatever. Don't go get lost because I need you to pay attention to this. I'm a real person. This is a real software that has been around since, available to the public off and on since November 2009. I first opened it in November 2009, and I took a small focus group of students. I worked with them, and within 6 months, I had many of those students earning 4 or 5 figures monthly by using my software. Fast forward to 2010, I essentially did the same thing. I took a small focus group of students, and within months, I had people earning, some people earning thousands of dollars, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month. Other people earning $10,000, $20,000 a month using my Mage software. Fast forward 2011, earlier in this year, I did the same thing, and then I closed it down. I take small focus groups of people, get them up to speed, and get them really, really earning. Okay? And now it's the end of 2011. What I'm doing is I'm going to go and take a small focus group of people again. But before I want to do that, I'm going to go and demonstrate my software. But I needed, because there's so much nonsense going on in the industry right now, I needed to get that clear that I'm a real person. My name's Greg Jacobs, and my software, Mage Monster, or another name for it is WP Mage, is actually a real software. It has a long reputation on the internet. Some people love it, some people hate it. You can go spend 8 hours researching it if you want, and there'll be all sorts of opinions across the board. We accept them all. People have their opinions, but you know it's there. It's not. You know that what I'm showing to you is actually a real thing that real people go ahead and use. So you're lucky that you ended up on this call and not one of those other calls, which is just totally random. So are you guys with me in that fact that we're going to be actually learning what actually people do rather than just showing you a bunch of screenshots? In fact, I'm not going to show you a single screenshot of how much money I earned because it's really freaking irrelevant. It's irrelevant. If you use this, you're going to earn money. If you follow the directions, nobody's going to go, you can't push a button and earn tens of thousands of dollars. It's just a lie. Anybody that tells you that, they're completely lying to you. However, there are systems and softwares like mine which you can use, and some people earn $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month. Some people earn more, but that's with work and following the directions and investment of time and resources. Okay. So that being said, can I get started showing you the demonstration? Are you guys ready? I got to see a lot of yeses, or I'm not going to show you. I only see 3 yeses. Come on, guys. I got to make sure that you're all with me. You're all on the same page. Okay. Okay. Very, 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 very good stuff. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. And some people did say you did go to my homepage and did say that it's not available. Yeah, it is not available to the public. Okay. So what Mage Monster does, and the screen's not moving right now, by the way. Some people are asking that. What Mage Monster does is it follows. Alex is asking, am I recording? No, I'm not a recording. And for everybody that wants to do a follow-up question, please don't ask me. I'm not a recording. I'm a real person. Thanks. Okay. So what Mage Monster does is it goes and follows a time-old tradition of something that really, really works. Okay. Any of you that have studied Affiliate Marketing 101, what you know, what works is you go and get some keywords. You go and get some content for those keywords, articles, videos, photos, etc. And then you go and get some affiliate links based around those keywords. And then you go ahead and put those up, and then people come to go and come to your site, and then you make money off the affiliate commissions. Okay? Now, that way works. That is a tried and tested way to go and make money on the internet. Put up content, put up affiliate links. Now, the issue is that to go ahead and do this takes a lot of time, meaning, sure, if you go and put in 20 hours of work, putting up your content manually and your affiliate links manually, what essentially is going to go happen is you're going to get up a site that's maybe going to make you a couple $100 a month, okay? And so what you have for your site that you spent 20 hours going ahead and putting up is a $200 a month residual income. Now you're going, okay, great. Okay, I'm making $10 an hour per month. Okay, but you know what? Your time's being used completely inefficiently. So what I did was I discovered a way to go and completely automate the process in which we go and put up these sites that normally take us 20 hours, except we go and use software and automation to go and reduce that down to a simple, it could be like 5-minute process of point, click, and profit, okay? And that's where the Mage Monster software comes in. Now I'm just going to go ahead and open it up right here on the screen, okay? You can see it here up on my screen. There's probably a little bit of a delay, but it should be coming up in just a moment, okay? What this does is this actually installs on your desktop, and for those people that use Macs, yes, it does work on a Mac, and it works on Windows, and for you Linux heads in there, if there's any Linux heads, it also does work on Linux, okay? And what this does is it installs on your computer desktop, and then it'll go and create a site. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and cut right to the chase and make a site, okay? There's a lot to this software, but I'm just going to go kind of cut to the chase and give you the big wow and the interesting points of it, okay? So what we want to do is we want to go, and I already did a little setup here. We're simply going to go click Build Site, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to go fill in these little slots right here in order to go and build our site, okay? Now, the first thing we want to do is, I think we talked about earlier, we wanted to do a site on dog training. So we're just going to give our blog a title, okay? Dog Training with Greg, okay? Tagline, roll over, rover, okay? The next thing we want to do is we want to put in a WordPress API key. Now, now in addition to demoing my software, I'm going to do a little bit of training here. So you're going to get some really, really good practical experience out of this, even if you do decide not to join my focus group at the end of the call, okay? Does anybody here know why we want to put a WordPress API key on our blog? Let's go ahead and wait for the answers here. No? There's two primary reasons why we want a WordPress API key, okay? Okay, some people are saying, I want to know why, I want to know why. Okay, well, you need a WordPress, and people are asking, well, how do you get one? It's okay, I'll go ahead and show you on the inside. You need a WordPress API key because when Mage Monster goes and builds your website, what's going to happen is the WordPress API key will do two things. Number one, it's going to protect against spam, okay? So all these people who go and try to leave spam comments on your blog and basically, ruin the quality of the content of the blog that you're going to go create, okay? Using the WordPress API key goes and protects against spam. The other reason why you want a WordPress API key is that it goes and enables statistics tracking. So if you want to go and see how many people are visiting your site and where they're coming from, then you need that, okay? So some people are still asking, how do I get an API key? I'm not going to show you right now because it'll kind of take us off track, but it's a simple 2-minute process that I'll show you how to do once you go ahead and get on the inside, okay? Okay. The next thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and select a theme, okay, to build our Mage WordPress site, okay? Now, you can see here we have a bunch of different themes to go ahead and pick from, but these themes are not the most original or unique themes in the world. I didn't go and create these themes custom or anything like that. These are about 20 or 30 of the most common WordPress themes in the world, okay? These are themes that already thousands and thousands of people are using, okay? So the question I have for you is, why are we using 20, 30 of the world's most common WordPress themes that already thousands and tens of thousands of people are using, rather than using our own unique themes? Okay? Let me go ahead and see what kind of answers you guys got. Yeah, okay. I'm seeing it's familiar. Tammy's saying it's familiar to people. They will work. It's worked for othering. It's already known. It's converts. They're proven to work. It's quick. Yeah, some good answers. You guys are right on. You guys are on the right track. The basic reason is the nail that sticks out gets hammered down. Okay, when Google not only do they work and people relate to them and they're friendly, but when Google in all their wisdom and genius, they go and calculate, whether we want to go and rank a site or put a site up on the internet and that sort of stuff. They take a number of factors into account, and one of the factors is the theme that you're using. And what we found through our research, this isn't something you go and find on like the official Google guidelines, because they won't tell you this. This is something we've determined through extensive testing and trial and error. But what we went and determined is that if you use a unique theme that only people that are using Mage Monster, using Mage are using, what's happened is Google's going to associate all the sites using that theme into the same basket and group them, and most likely discount them. However, if you go use a theme that all these other bloggers are using, Mommy Blogger and Technology Blogger and Baseball Blogger are using, well, what's going to happen is you're going to be grouped into the good group with them. It's kind of like showing up at a party wearing the right shirt as opposed to wearing like, a dirty shirt. So the bottom line is we get a lot more SEO advantage from Google by using common themes that everybody else is using. Does that make sense to everybody before I go ahead and move on? Just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Yes? It only makes sense to Richard? Okay, you guys are catching up now. Okay, Richard was first out. Okay, next time I ask a question, I want to see who can go and reply first, and then I'll tell your name. On that one, Richard went and replied first. Richard was the fastest. Thank you, Richard. Okay. I just want to make sure you guys are all awake here, okay? Because I'm sitting here talking to my computer by myself, and I got to make sure that you guys are all there, okay? Okay. Very, very cool. Okay. So we got those two. And what we're going to do is go ahead and click next, okay? To the step number 3 of building our site, okay? Now this here, I haven't filled any of this out yet because it's sort of a demonstration thing. This is where we go and put in our affiliate IDs. Now, who here already has an affiliate ID? It could be from ClickBank or AdSense. Once you type in where you have affiliate IDs from, Amazon, Overstock, eBay. Okay, a lot of ClickBanks and Amazon. Wow. Where do you guys all have ClickBanks? I guess ClickBank's the easiest, and I guess that's why ClickBank used. Now I can tell you, ClickBank, you can make good money, but like ClickBank's not the best way to make money. But ClickBank is maybe like the way to make money with like the least amount of work possible. Okay, so I do understand why a lot of you do have ClickBank IDs. So we do have a place for ClickBanking. People do make a lot of money using ClickBank, okay? But when you use Mage Monster, you can actually use, I think we have 9 different affiliate networks you can actually use. So if you are an Amazon associate, you can actually go and put in, by the way, guys, I'm not putting in my IDs here because they're private and I don't want to show them on the call. So this is just kind of a demonstration purposes, okay? Just so you guys know why I'm not going to fill them in, okay? Amazon, you can get your Amazon ID and make money by referring people to Amazon. Overstock, Linkshare, Shiitake, which is kind of an AdSense alternative, the eBay Partner Network, Commission Junction, ClickBank, Groupon. You can actually be an affiliate for Groupon and get commission based on anything you refer to them. Tippler and Crowd Savings, which are other group buying sites. AdSense, and down here we have integration with the Best Spinner as well. Somewhat unrelated. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you guys. When you go and use Mage Monster, you can go and put in all of your affiliate IDs right there and do it well. Okay. So now that we kind of got the groundwork done, we're getting into the really, really interesting stuff. What we're going to do now is we're going to go and start generating content, okay? Now, when I go and generate content, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and backdate. I'm going to go ahead and backdate a year, okay? Back a little bit more than a year, November of 2010, okay? And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to go ahead and forward date a year to December 2012, okay? Now, does anybody here know this is for the content I'm going to be going, and this is going to be for the content that I'm going to go and be creating. Okay. Does anybody here know why I'm backdating and I'm forward dating content? Okay. So let me go ahead and see what your answers are here. Who's first? Oh, Scott knows. Scott was first. Okay. Oh wow, you guys got the answers. Very, very, very good stuff. Okay. Okay. Well, the reason why I'm backdating my content is, wow, you guys are totally on the ball. None of you knew what an API key is, but you all know why I backdate and I forward date my content. Somebody must have taught you this stuff before. Yes. Maybe I'm out of the loop, man. Maybe API keys aren't important, but you backdating and forward dating your content is. Okay, so there's a ton of people giving the right answer, but let me go ahead and tell you for the people that don't know, because this isn't something you should be expected to know, okay? The reason why I go and backdate my content a year is let's say I do that and somebody comes to my blog today, okay? They're going to see, okay, let's use a better example. Let's say I don't backdate my content, okay? Let's say I put up my blog today and somebody comes to my blog and they see no posts or they see one post. What are they going to think? They're going to be like, who is this guy? You know, he doesn't have any credibility. He doesn't have anything. He only has one post up. Is not that interesting. I'm going to leave. I'm not going to trust him. However, let's go for the other example where I go ahead and backdate my content for a year. Okay? Now what's going to happen is somebody comes to my thing today and they're going to see that I have posts scattered along the last year. They're going to see, wow, over the last year, this guy has written 100 posts. He must be interesting. He must have some credibility. And that is the point exactly. That is exactly the point where it goes and gives credibility. People come to my blog, and also search engines come to my blog. Google comes to my blog. Even though they're a robot, they still think the same way a person thinks. They come to my blog and they see, wow, this person, you know, they have this sort of credibility. They have this stuff. They must be interesting. So what's going to happen is both the people that come to my blog and also when Google comes to my blog, both of them are going to trust me more, and give me more love, and give me more credibility. Okay. On the flip side, the reason why we go ahead and forward date is Mage Monster actually has the power to go and drip feed content, meaning that what Mage Monster does is you go and do your blog today. It goes and puts 100 posts over the last year, and I set it to go and forward date to 2012 in December, meaning that somebody comes to your website and they can they're actually going to be drip feeding content. So they come today, there's going to be content. They come next week, there's going to be 2 new posts. So people can keep coming back to your site over and over again like it's a real life person. Are the light bulbs starting to go off in your head right now? Do you see how interesting this is? Because what we've actually done is we've actually simulated a real person. Like a real person went and backdated and did all that content a long time ago, and a real person went ahead and is doing the content there. So we actually go and program the computer to go and do stuff that people does. Are we all on the same track there, guys? Make sure we're on the same track. Any questions before we go ahead and move on? Yeah? Okay. Very, 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 very good stuff. Okay. Okay. The next thing we're going to go do is we're going to go select our monetization methods. Okay. Now you remember on the last page we went and put on our affiliate IDs. If you go and put in your affiliate ID, you're going to go and check the little boxes here to tell the monster how you want to monetize. So I checked my box here. I want to monetize with the eBay Partner Network. Okay. So and I'm saying I want 8 posts. Okay. If I wanted to monetize with Amazon, Overstock, Commission Junction, ClickBank, Linkshare, Shataka, I would simply just go and check those boxes. Because this is just a demonstration, let's just go ahead and check the ClickBank box and go monetize with ClickBank as well. Sounds good? Okay. Any questions on monetization before I go forward? Everybody clear there? Yeah, make sure we're all on the same page. Okay. Scott's got a good question. He says, "What's your preference for monetization?" I like to use eBay Partner Network and ClickBank. Actually, what I just did, I found those 2 go and pay very, very well. You can use the others, and other people's have strategies, but those are my 2 personal favorites. So those are the ones I'm using. Hold on one second. I need to get a drink of water really quick before I do. I'm just like talking straight for a half an hour now. Okay, hold on one second. Okay. Okay. So there's a few questions, but I'm going to go and ask you that you ask me again at the end because they're kind of off topic, and they'll kind of take us away from our core goal. So those people that have some questions that I didn't answer right now, go ahead and just save those for the end, and I'll go ahead and answer them again. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is we've already went and backdated and forward dated our content. We've selected our monetization models, eBay, excuse me, and ClickBank. And now what we want to do is we need to go and determine how we're going to go and how we're going to go ahead and get content on there. So you can see here, there's many different ways that the monster goes and allows you to go get content. Okay, we can use Feedzilla, article marketing automation, Traffic Kaboom, Go Articles, eArticles Online, Yahoo Answers, Article Basement, Pub Articles. Simply search for it. We can get photos from Flickr, videos from YouTube, or we can go ahead and do smart tagging. So to go determine where we want to get the content, we can simply leave all the boxes checked, or we can go and uncheck some boxes. So let's just say, for example, I wanted to do a site with only Yahoo Answers and Flickr photos. So I would just simply uncheck there, and my site would go and be generated just with Yahoo Answers and Flickr photo. Okay. Or let's just say I want to add tagging in YouTube videos, and let's go use Go Articles. Because Go Articles always has good articles. Okay, so however you want your content, you simply just go and click the little check boxes, and it's going to go put that content in for you. Okay. Now some people are asking, well, Greg, what about unique content? Because obviously, you're getting your affiliate feeds. And then you're getting these articles from the different article directories. But these are articles that actually other people have written. So when we go and pull these from the article directory, they're not actually unique content. They're actually articles that other people have went ahead and written before. Okay. Now, I don't want to get into the unique content debate. Me personally, I think that having duplicate content is fine. I make all of my money and I use duplicate content, and despite whatever any experts with quotation marks around the word say, I think that having duplicate content is absolutely fine, and my paychecks go improve. However, it's a very, very touchy subject, and there's always people who believe otherwise, and rather than arguing with them, what I've done is I've went and programmed a way for them to go and ahead and create their content unique. Okay, so let me ask you a question here. Let's just say we have an article in English, yeah, and we go and translate that article in French, and then we take that article in French and translate it back into English. Can you tell me what's happened there to that article? Okay, I'm waiting for some answers. Okay. Okay, I'm getting some different answers, okay? Some people are saying that it's changed into a new article, and some people are saying that it's going to be a bunch of garbled junk, okay? Both of those answers could be correct, but the people that say it's going to be a bunch of garbled junk, you're slightly incorrect, and I'm going to go and explain to you why, okay? Well, the first thing is if you take an article into English, translate it to French, and then translate it from French back into English, what's essentially going to happen is the article is going to appear back in English with the same meaning, but with slightly different words and verbs and nouns. So what you could do is you can go and take an article, you'd have an article that has the same meaning but different words. So in the eyes of a reader or the search engine, it's going to look like a totally new piece of content, okay? Now, article spinning technology these days is very, very advanced. So if I translate between basic Western European languages, English, Spanish English, English, French English, English, Italian English, sometimes even English, German, English. What's essentially going to happen is that article is actually it's not going to come out a garbled mess. It's actually going to come out pretty darn readable. It's not going to be 100% perfect, but it's going to be pretty darn close. So if you want your articles readable, you need to go and translate between English and the common Western European languages. To be safe, just go English, Spanish, English, and you can never go wrong. However, if let's just say you took the article in English, you translated it to Korean, and then from Korean you translated it to Hindi, and then from Hindi to Romanian, and from Romanian to Greek, and from Greek back to English. English, Korean, Hindi, Romanian, Greek, English. Well, guess what? Can anybody's going to tell me what happened to that article? Yeah, total junk. So the fact is it's a tool. It's a tool. I mean, yeah, you can use it and it'll produce total junk, or you can use it intelligently, and you can use it intelligently, and it's going to work for you. So some people say, well, tools like this don't produce good results. Well, yeah, because you didn't use them right. You go get a hammer and saw, and you can go and like knock down a house, or you can build something. It's just a tool. Even if you go like English, Korean, English, it's still going to come out pretty bad. Like again, if you want good translations, you need to stick to like Western European languages. So that's how we spin our articles. For those of you that use the Best Spinner, we also have full integration with the Best Spinner. For those of you who don't know what the Best Spinner is, don't worry about it. It's irrelevant for the purposes of this demonstration. And I'll show you on the inside. I just wanted to put that out there for people that use the Best Spinner. Okay? Okay. Very good. Oh, and there's one more thing I almost forgot to go and tell you guys here. I have a network of German language sites. Okay? These German language sites make me a very good amount of money, more than most people, make in their monthly salary. However, I don't speak a word of German. I've never been to Germany, and I don't own any German domains. Can you guys tell me how I'm doing that? Making money off German language sites. I don't speak German, and I've never been to Germany. How am I doing that? Scott said I got skills. Yeah, I got skills. More importantly than skills, I got the software. Yeah. I translate it. So you can actually take the articles in English, translate them into German, and leave them in German. And then I can go monetize with like eBay Germany and Amazon Germany and AdSense Germany. So what the end result is a site in German or Spanish or French or whatever language you want, monetized by ads in that language for the audience. Now what I've found is going ahead and doing this, we can really tap into other markets. Okay, I mean, obviously the English-speaking market is huge, but there's all these other markets, Western Europe or other developed countries, where people are buying online in their own language, and there's not a lot of competition. So this is a way that you can actually use the Monster software to go and reach them. Okay, so does that all make sense? How to get the articles, how to monetize, how to translate. I want to make sure we're all on the same page before we go ahead and move on to the next stage. Somebody's asking, how do you find the country codes? They're in our documentation for the Monster software. Okay, cool. So everybody's got the general idea. Okay, so for the purposes of this demonstration, let me just go ahead and translate from English to Spanish to English. Okay. Okay. The last thing we need to do is we're only one step away from going ahead and building our site, is we need keywords. Okay. Now I'm going to ask you a trick question here. Okay. With the Monster, if I want to go and build a site with 1,000. Okay, with the monster, how it works is for every keyword you enter, it goes and creates one post. So let's go ahead and say that we wanted to go create a website that has 100 posts on it. How many keywords will we need to enter? It's a trick question. It's a really trick question. You guys are getting it. Almost all of you got it. Okay, good. I'm making sure you're still awake, okay? I gotta make sure oh, somebody guessed 10. I'm not gonna say her name. I don't want to embarrass anybody. Somebody said 5. Okay. So, if you need, so the way the monster works is it devours keywords. So if we want a site that has 100 posts, we need 100 keywords, obviously. So the question is how do we get all these keywords? Now, we definitely don't want to use the regular ways to get keywords. We don't want to use the Google AdWords tool, or we don't want to use Market Samurai or Traffic Travis or anything like that. Okay, these are great tools, but for the purpose of the keywords the monster needs, they're completely useless. Okay, we want a very, very specific type of keyword that's called a buyer keyword. Okay, now let me go ahead and pull up Word Wizard right now, because Word Wizard is how we're going to go ahead and get buyer keywords. Does anybody here know what a buyer keyword is? No? Okay. Let me give you a practical example. Okay. Let's say that you have a site selling. Okay. Let me put it this way. If you could have 100 people come to your targeted website. Let's just say you have a website targeted to a keyword. Would you rather have a website targeted towards Justin Bieber downloads or dog training equipment? Would you rather get 100 searches for people searching to download Justin Bieber songs, or would you rather get 100 searches from people searching to buy dog training equipment? Yeah? Okay, Robert, I'm calling you out. Robert says he definitely wants Bieber. Okay, now we don't want the Justin Bieber songs, because people looking to download Justin Bieber songs probably are. I mean, sure, you could go and play devil's advocate and argue with me till the cows come home, but probably the people who are looking to download Justin Bieber songs really don't want to buy anything. You know, sure, you could say they want to buy a T-shirt or whatever, but they probably just want to download his songs for free. They don't care. However, somebody going and searching for, dog frisbee, for example, you know what? Well, they probably want to buy a dog frisbee. And one of the big secrets to affiliate marketing is not going and trying to go and sell something to somebody that's not interesting. If you're trying to sell dog training equipment to a bunch of Justin Bieber fans, you're not going to get anywhere. However, if you find a thirsty crowd and you sell them a glass of water, that's what a buyer keyword is. Okay. Now, what I have up on the screen right now is called Word Wizard. Okay, Word Wizard is a part of Mage Monster. It's part of the suite. It comes with it, and it's a very, very powerful keyword tool that goes and generates buyer keywords. Now, it has a lot of very, very complex settings. I'm just pulling up all the complex stuff for you geeks in there. However, I don't want to go through all the complex stuff. I just want to give you the wow demonstration, okay? Can I just do that? Can I just skip all the geeky stuff and all the different stuff it can do, and I just want to make you go wow? Yeah? Are you guys ready to go wow? Okay, if there's any geeks in there, you can see it's like really complicated. But let's just go wow, okay? Okay. I opened up Word Wizard. Didn't do anything. All I'm doing is typing in the word dog. Okay? Dog. Wow. Has the screen changed? Has the screen changed over yet, guys? Can you see what's going on here? Wow, okay, the wow factor achieved. I even went and wowed our token geek. The token geek in the audience said wow. Okay. That's very cool. So I wowed the nudies, I wowed the newbies, and I wowed the geeks. Okay. So what's happened here is in the space of under I think like 20 seconds now. Let me just go ahead and pause this. This is a bit out of control right now. What's happened in the space of about 25 seconds? What have I just done? Go ahead and type into the box. What have I just done here? Ooh, Robert said it best. I got 922 articles. That's what I got. I went and generated 922 buyer keywords. Okay. Let me ask you a question here. If somebody goes to the Google and they're searching for dog nail polish, what do those people probably want to do? Tell me. Okay, snide comments aside. I had a few funny comments there. I'm not going to repeat them. They want to buy some freaking dog nail polish. Okay? They don't want to go and like download Justin Bieber songs. Okay, let's just go ahead somewhere else randomly, okay? If somebody comes to the Google and they search for dog running stroller. I don't even they have strollers for dogs? Oh god, that's horrible. But okay. Let's just say they gotta go they go to Google and they search for a dog running stroller. What do they want to do? They want to buy. Okay, this is the point. If I went and generated 922 keywords, you know, Justin Bieber wallpapers and Justin Bieber downloads and, you know, Justin Bieber this and that and girlfriend, well, you know what? These people are worth nothing. They're worth absolutely nothing. But if somebody's searching for dog steps for SUV, well, guess what? They probably want to buy some steps so their dog can get into their SUV. And they probably have their wallet in their hand, and they probably have their credit card in front of them, and they just want to buy. So you, as an affiliate marketer, you're not trying to go and resell them, reinvent the wheel and sell them on stuff. No, you just want to go and help them get to there. So what you do is you get the keyword, you get them to your site, which we're going to go create for you in an automated fashion in just a minute, and then you redirect them to the affiliate offer and you get paid. Does this make sense? I mean, are you seeing how easy this is? You're seeing how fantastic this is. Yeah? Are we on the same page here? Okay, so let's just go ahead and copy. Let's go ahead and copy these keywords, and let's go build a site. Yeah, let's just build a site, man. Okay, I'm going to paste these in. I'm going to go take out most of these keywords for the demonstration, just because I'll have to wait like 10 minutes for it to actually build the site. So just because we're demonstrating the site right now, I went and pasted like over 900 keywords in there. I'm just gonna take a lot of them out, just so we can be a little efficient about our demonstration. Okay, so what we've done is we've went and you know, picked a domain. We've put our theme. We've chose how we wanted to monetize. We've chose how we want to go get our content sources. We've chose how we want to translate. And there's only one thing left to do. What is that, guys? What's the one thing left for me to do? Build the site. Exactly. Click the button, okay? So what we're going to do is we simply go and click the button, and you can see what's happening right now. You can see the monster is going to work. The monster went and created the domain, it unpacked the thing, it installed it, and you can see right now what the monster is doing is it's actually generating posts. So in the span of just a few minutes, right now it's generating all these posts. So on my screen, it's generated 140 posts, 150, 160, 170, 190, 200, 201 posts. So in the space of less than a minute that I went and took to click that button, I went and created a website that has 201 posts on it. And I had a 922, but I just cut it down just so you didn't have to wait and watch it go and build. You could theoretically go and paste, 4,000 keywords, click the button, come back in 20 minutes, and it'll all be done. Guess what, guys? We're all done. Let's just go ahead and click the little finish button. Absolutely, absolutely amazing. Does anybody here want to see what the site looks like? There you go. Has my screen switched over yet? By the way, Scott's asking about what about traffic. Scott, ask me that again a little bit later. I'll answer that for you. Okay. I have a very good answer for you later, Scott. Okay. Wow. Dog training with Greg. Okay. This is one of the pages that was just automatically went and created. Okay. Let me give you a quick little rundown exactly what's going on here on this page. Up here is our keyword, one of our keywords, dog outdoor kennel. Okay, that was all this went and this is all this went and started with, was just a keyword, dog outdoor kennel. Okay, then right here we have all these different tags. Okay, what the monster did is the monster had actually went and tagged your post for you. Then coming down here, it actually has a picture. Okay, it went and searched on Flickr for dog outdoor kennel, and it went and pulled up a picture of a dog in an outdoor kennel, I guess. Okay. Then what we have here is we have an article from one of the article directories, The Benefits of Insulating Your Dog Kennel by John Williams. And this article has been spun from English to Spanish to English to go make it unique and original, so you can see there. Okay. Then scrolling down here, we have a YouTube video that it went and automatically populated. Dog training kennel. Then is the money shots. Right here, these are ads from eBay. Okay? These here are ads from eBay's for large dog kennels. Okay? So what's going to happen is the way that it actually the way that it actually works is somebody's going to be searching on Google for dog outdoor kennel or large dog kennel. They're going to come to your site. They're going to see your article. They're going to see the picture. They're going to see that you're legit. Maybe they'll watch the video, and then they're going to come down here to the bottom or the top. You can go on the inside and edit. You can where this stuff goes, and you can edit it later. And then they're going to go click on one of the eBay links, and they're going to go to eBay or Amazon or wherever, and they're going to go buy. And they're going to go and buy the large dog kennel. And then eBay is going to go pay you a commission. Okay. Here we have ads from ClickBank down here at the bottom, based on the keyword dog. So there's targeted ClickBank offers are there. These are all preloaded with your ClickBank ID. So if anybody clicks on those, goes to ClickBank, then you go and get paid. Okay. And you can see that we went and created, in this case, and yes, the eBay offers too, they go to your ID and such. We went and created, over 201 posts that are totally on target, okay? And we did that in just a few clicks. Now, these aren't the greatest sites in the world. I'm not going to go and tell you these are going to win a Pulitzer Prize. However, what we do is we win through quantity, okay? What we do is, these sort of sites, if you want to make it perfect, it's going to take you 10 to 20 hours to put up. But guess what? I just put this up in 5 minutes. And I'm not going to get as much traffic as the guy who spends 20 hours putting up his site. However, it took me 5 minutes. And don't you think that if I went and spent an hour going and putting up, 10 sites, I'm going to make a lot more money just through sheer quantity, just by showing up, just by being there, than the guy who went and spent all that time putting up this site. So this works. This is what myself and my students, my clients, excuse me, have been doing since 2009. Okay, this is what we've been doing. Okay, and I have some people that are making, they're making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month, completely passively. They still have their day job and the other stuff that they do. And these are real figures, guys. I'm not lying to you. Okay, I mean, like I told you at the beginning, a lot of these guys that get on there, they just straight up lie to you. Okay, but I'm telling you what you can expect. Some people that work on this passively, they make a few $1,000s a month. People that really, really go gung-ho and dedicate themselves to it. I have people that are making $10,000, $20,000 a month using this. Some people might be making more. Some people who are already in the industry use it as a toolkit, because what's very, very cool, what's very, very cool is you can actually go on the inside and you can actually go and edit it after the fact. For advanced users, what's very, very cool about the Monster system is, for the new user, the newbie, what's going to happen is it's push button simple. But for the advanced user, you can actually go under the hood, and it's actually infinitely complex and so many different things you can do. And I'm not even going to get into in there. Okay. I have a few questions I'm going to answer, and then we're going to go talk about something very, very cool. The first question is, somebody's asking, what about copyright for these articles? Copyright is fine because these come from article directories, okay? And you can see on these articles, we actually go and leave the backlinks in on the article directories, okay? So in terms of copyright, you're doing okay. In terms of traffic, and then somebody else asked about traffic generation, okay? Now, if you go and buy a brand new domain, and you plop a site up like this, the reality is you're probably not going to get a lot of traffic. You're probably wasting your time. Okay. However, what Mage does, and this is part of our whole package, is right now you're looking at Domain Mage. What Domain Mage does is every day over 100,000 domains, are expiring from GoDaddy. Okay. Or from other registrars. And out of these 100,000 domains, only maybe 500 of them are worth anything. So we go and find these 500 domains that have backlinks already, and we go and sort them. And you can buy these from anywhere from $5 to $11 plus reg fees, and they already have backlinks to them. So if you take one of these expired domains and you go and throw up a Mage Monster site, what's essentially going to go happen is you're going to go and get traffic to the residual. It's like going and buying a store on a shop front, okay? Is that all making sense to you guys? You're all on the same page there. I'm not going to get into it too much, but just know we got it handled. Without the expired domains, you're not going to do well. But this is how we do it. This is how we get the traffic, okay? Now what I want to, I have a question here. Somebody's asking, Greg, how do you get to be a part of Mage Monster? Somebody's asking here is, how can they go and actually get their hands on this software here to go and be a part of it? Because the Mage Monster software is it's the complex desktop software that I went and demonstrated for you. It's the Domain Mage, Index Mage, Keyword Mage, Article Mage, the Mage Forums, numerous things I haven't even showed you, but I'll talk about that in a minute. But you guys are asking right now, well, how, Greg, do you want to be? How do I become your partner? How do I become your client? How do I become part of how do I become part of your focus group? Okay. Now, like I told you at the beginning of the call, in 2009, I opened up some spots, closed it down, made the money. 2010, opened up some spots, closed them down, made the money. 2011, opened up some spots, closed it down, made the money. Now it's the end of 2011. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to open up some spots, okay? So before I go ahead and open up some spots and go flash a little link up on the screen, let me go ahead and ask. Let me go ahead and ask some of you guys if everything was in alignment and everything worked out fine. Who here would be interested in joining me to be part of Mage Monster, to join my focus group, to be my client? It would require a small investment. I'm not, everything, you do have to invest, but it's a real software. That all being said, who here would be willing to go and make that investment to go ahead and join? Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot of people going and asking to get in right now. What I can do right now is I can go and take 20 people. Okay. Now there's a lot of people on this call, but the reason why I can only go ahead and take 20 people is because we are a small organization and we actually support you and we actually take care of you. If we went and took too many people in, our support staff, quite frankly, wouldn't be able to handle all of it. And if too many people start using it, then the reality is it's not going to go and be completely effective for everybody. Okay, so I think the way that we need to do this is we probably want to do it on a first come, first served basis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flash a link up on the screen in just 1 second, and then we're going to go ahead and start taking orders. Are you guys okay with that? I mean, is that a fair way? Do you can you think of any other ways? Yeah? Okay. Very, very good. Now I'm going to flash this link up right here on the screen. And we're going to go and take the first 20. Let me tell you, by the way, unconditional 30-day guarantee. I want you earning money. I want you happy. I mean, I'm not in the business of taking people's money and pissing them off. I want you to be happy with your purchase. So unconditional 30-day money back guarantee. Okay. So the link for you to purchase is wpmage.com/inside. Okay. You have to use this link. You cannot buy on our main site. So just go ahead and click on that link right there, wpmage.com/inside. Can you just go ahead and let me go ahead and type it into the chat box too. Okay. Oh, okay, guys. You guys are the quietest I've seen you all night. I spelled guarantee wrong. How do you spell guarantee? Well, 30-day money back. That's a better way to put it. I know how to spell money back. Okay. wpmage.com/inside. Okay. Is that link working for you guys? Is the link working okay? Just want to make sure that you're all there. Oh, wait, somebody show me. Okay, George showed me how to spell guarantee. I really should know how to spell guarantee. Sorry, I'm a programmer, not a spelling bee expert. Okay, 30-day guarantee. Okay. Okay. So you guys are there on the inside. Okay. For people that want to know how much the investment is, just go ahead and click on that link. You'll go ahead and show you there. Anybody who said sold out is coming up, you didn't type it in right. Go ahead and if you see a page that says sold out, you're not on the right page, okay? So go ahead and type in wpmage.com/guarantee, okay? If you're selling, okay, and some people are saying they want to see what's available in there, okay, besides what I just showed you. So just do that, go to inside/pay. right there. What if you go to that link, wpmage.com/inside/pay, what's going to happen is you're going to go to a page which has a detailed explanation. I think I have it right here. Yeah. You're going to go to this page right here, which is, this was our sales page from when we opened earlier this year. It has a detailed explanation of everything that you're getting. Ron's asking, how long will it take to make money using the system? That's a really loaded question. That's a really, really loaded question, Ron, because some people never make any money at all. It really, really depends on you. If all your stars are in alignment and you do the things, you follow the directions, because most people don't follow the directions, you should be going and getting started up pretty close. Okay. Also, somebody asked for a payment plan. Oh, by the way, let me check here. Let me see it. Were some people did anybody here asking for a payment plan? Okay. Okay. The people that want a payment plan, what I want you to do is go to this link right here, wpmage.com/inside/pay. Okay. Go to that link and then scroll to the very, very bottom of the screen. And at the very, very bottom of the screen, you're going to see a link there for a payment plan. Do you see that? Okay. So I hope that's all very clear right now. Okay. So now now what we're going to go do, let me see here. Eight of the copies are gone already, and I think there's a few more orders coming in. They're just a little bit slow coming in through the processing. So we have eight down and 12 more copies to go. Okay. Some people are asking, what are they going to be getting when they go and join us with Mage Monster? Okay. We have a lot of things going on with the Monster. Okay. You're going to get the Monster software. It's that software that I went and showed you that actually went and created that site in just a few minutes. You're going to get all of our advanced PDF training. I think we have about 18 PDFs worth of training. Okay. You're going to get access to our Article Mage network, which I didn't even have a chance to show you. It's our all article directory network. You can go submit your articles. Okay. You're going to get access to Group Mage, which lets you go and tap in to the power of group buying and Groupon, etc. Yada yada yada. Okay. You're going to get Opt-in Mage, which I didn't even show you. Opt-in Mage is a way that you can go and Opt-in Mage. Let me see here. Okay, I just got word 4 more copies down, so we have 8 copies left. Okay, so we have 12 sold already. 8 left. Okay. If you want to get in, you need to get in right now. Okay. We have Opt-in Mage, which is a way to go and build your list using the Mage software. Affiliate Mage Monster, that's the way that you go ahead and monetize. Okay. Content Mage, what Content Mage does is a cool thing that went and created all the content. And all these plugins are also modular, so you can take them and you can actually install them on other blogs of yours, which you didn't create using the Mage software. Okay. Then what we have is Posting Mage, and what Posting Mage does is that thing that goes and creates thousands of posts in just a few minutes. We have Domain Mage Monster. That's that cool thing that lets you go and buy all those expired domains, that lets you go and make lots and lots of money with those. Okay. We have the Keyword Mage Monster, which lets you go ahead and find keywords. It's different than Word Wizard. Okay. we have the Monster Mage private forum. Let me go ahead and show this to you right now. Yeah. Checking the orders coming in right now. Okay. Okay, we've had 3 more in. Okay, so 15 orders in. 15 orders in and 5 left. Some people are asking how to contact me. It's Greg at WP Mage. If you purchased and you did not immediately get a welcome email, that probably means you're using Comcast, AT&T, Yahoo, or AOL. All those email services are really, really tough, and they don't let any email through. But, okay, so if you purchased and didn't get a welcome email right away, go ahead and send me an email to my personal email here, Greg at WP Mage, and I'll get you sorted. Or if you, for some reason, you can't use PayPal, you need an alternative method of payment, just go ahead and send me an email there. I'll get you sorted, or any sort of other questions. But once these remaining 5 licenses are gone, it's not going to be available anyway. So we got to go ahead and make our decisions relatively fast. Yeah. Okay. Let me show you something here. When you join the Monster, you're going to be part of our private forums. Now, remember I told you that this is actually a real software and with like real users. Okay. Check this out. In just one of our forums, the Master Mage private forum, we have over 18,000 posts. Yeah, that's how we roll, guys. Like, we have a very, very vibrant and active community. Okay, this has been going since 2009. Members helping members. There's a whole subculture, and when you join the Monster, you're going to become a part of this. I'm not even getting into this, but you can just see here by the forum and how many posts and topics there are that this stuff's real. It works. You don't have 18,000 posts in a single subsection of your forum unless what you're doing is actually working. Okay, and that's just a fact, guys. Okay, so you're going to become part of our forum there. I've recorded 3 training webinars for new members. These are about 2.5 hours each. It's total extra of about 8 hours extra of training with detailed training on webinars and tips and tricks and yada, 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 okay? There's Index Mage, which is your backlink building tool. There's Word Wizard. There's how to get approved for the eBay Partner Network. There's the Amazon Affiliate Nexus report. There is a lot of very, very cool stuff. And, of course, we do have the unconditional money back guarantee. Okay, so let me go and see here. I'm checking on my phone that the order's coming in. 3 more in, 2 left, 2 spots left. Before we go ahead and shut it down, let me go see if I can answer any questions. Robert's asking, how quickly can you get up and running realistic? If you have domains already, you can get up and running probably within an hour, Robert. Get a bunch of sites up. That's if you're able to figure things out. If you're a total newbie, you are going to have to go through the PDFs and the videos. If you've been around a little while, you don't even have to read any of it. You just get started, and you can go ahead and do it like that. Okay. Gavin's asking, if you already own domains, can you use those for your program? Yeah, you can use any domains you want. But the reason why we use expired domains is because they're instant traffic. Somebody keeps spamming my question box. What about the traffic? Thank you, Kaizad. Please don't spam my question box. I already answered that question 3 times. What about the traffic? We use it through expired domains. Okay. Dan's saying, if anybody decides to ask for money back, will it open a license for another? No, we don't do it like that way. We just take a group, and we already expect a certain amount of refund because that's just life. And we just assume that, and it's closed. Basically, if you want to get it, you need to get it right now. We only have 2 spots left, so that's pretty much it. You got to make your decision right now. Somebody's saying, what was the link again? The direct link is wpmage.com/inside. If you want to read the whole sales page and get the payment plan, wpmage.com/inside/pay. If you didn't get your welcome email, or you have any questions or trouble paying or whatever, just email me personally there, greg@wpmage.com. Let me go and see if I have any other questions. Somebody's asking, what about, can my outsourcer use this? The license for WP Mage is for a single entity. So, if your outsourcer is part of your company, then yeah, I mean, sure. It's okay. Somebody's saying, well, can I use these plugins for my other sites? Yes, you can. A lot of our users will just take the plugins like Content Mage, Opt-in Mage, Posting Mage, Group Mage, Affiliate Mage, and they already have blogs, and they'll just go and add them to those existing blogs, okay? Somebody's asking me to confirm their registration. I'm not checking those. I'm not checking that right now. Just send me an email if you didn't get your welcome email, and I'll go ahead and I'll take care of it for you. Okay. Okay. Are there any other questions? Here's a silly question. If somebody chooses a payment plan, does a guarantee last for 3 months? No, it's a 30-day guarantee. Like, if you can't, we're not playing game. We're not playing games here. Like, if you want to, we give you 30 days to figure out if it's for you. If it's not, don't return it. Like, it's fine, but don't like string us along because it costs us money too to take care of you. So just there you go. And don't and I don't want people buying this that are just habitual buyers and refunders. I mean, you're just wasting our time. I mean, it works. It may not be for everybody, and that if you get it and you decide it's not for you, that's fine. We're happy to give you your money back. But if you're just one of those people that just buys and refunds everything and keeps looking for the next magic button, please don't bother. You're not going to find it here. There's no magic buttons. This is the best system out there on the internet. Nothing even comes close. Everybody tries to copy it, okay? But the reality is you're going to have to work a little bit, okay? But it's your best bet, okay? And you did notice I didn't even bother throwing you screenshots and insulting your intelligence, okay? I hope to go and get a client that can go and make the decision without ridiculous screenshots, okay? On the sales page, we do have some earnings and such. Robert's asking, is there a help desk? Yeah. Our help desk is very, very serious. It's staffed by Carol and Robert. They're both in America, the native English speakers, and they're actually experts at our software. So the people that help you on our help desk aren't just a bunch of outsourced little employees copying and pasting. They're actually users of our software who actually walk you through and help you with things. So just know that we're there to go and help you, okay? wpmage.com/inside/pay, 30-day guarantee, greg@wpmage.com. Are there any other questions that I can go and answer before I close this down? Because I think we're just about sold out. Going once, going twice, sold. Okay. Well, that is it. I want to thank you all very, very much for coming on to the call. And I just wish you, season's greetings and have yourself a fantastic night or morning or whatever. And if there's any other questions that I missed or whatever, or if you didn't get your welcome email, if you should have got a welcome email, just email me right there, greg@wpmage.com, and I'll go ahead and get right to you right now, okay? So if there's nothing else, I wish you a good night. Thank you very much, guys. Good night. Bye-bye.